Is your edge change simultaneous? You really want to have a simultaneous edge change. Now, what a lot of people do to start the turn would be to push off the lower ski. So I'll put this into some kind of context. That's downhill. I'm on my left ski, I'm finishing this turn, and then I'm going to start my new turn down the hill. If I push off that left ski and almost use this inside edge as a platform, so many people have a tiny little step with the uphill ski, and then they almost have to lift that ski to get it to come round. Now, I think that's a bit of a hangover from the days of being told to go up and down a lot. But if there is don't necessarily hate a little bit of an up movement, but make sure it's the uphill leg that's gonna actually start that movement. So have a little watch here. My right leg will start to straighten and I'm rolling the uphill ski over towards the new inside edge. Now, watch that again carefully and you can see that my edge change was completely simultaneous.
I'm making this demonstration really obvious. It's often much more subtle and harder to see at normal speeds. If you get somebody to film, even some pretty good skiers will be surprised to see this is a very common issue. It's not like you're really pushing into a snowplow to slow down. It's not the same thing. You're just pushing off the bottom ski to bully the uphill ski to turn just slightly before, but the edge change is not simultaneous. It will kind of feel like there's a very small argument going on between the skis for a split second, and it's not the perfect parallel.
A few things to think about. It isn't straighten the leg, roll the ski over. I'm also not rolling the ski over, straightening the leg. Think of it as one movement. So as I'm standing on that uphill leg, it's rolling over and I'm trying to feel that new edge. But again, that edge change is completely simultaneous.
As the turn is developing and you feel the pressure build on the downhill ski, avoid the temptation to then push off it. Let the pressure transfer onto the uphill ski and let it start to take on the new turn. This is a lot to do with timing. Let the pressure start to go onto the uphill ski as it rolls over. It's one smooth move.
Another really important thing that's going to happen, if I push off that leg, again, go back to this kind of standing up abruptly, my mass is actually moving away from the new turn. Whereas if I transfer that weight and use the uphill ski to start that movement, I'm actually going to move my mass towards the inside of the new turn and you won't be left behind. The problem with doing that, I push off here, the skis start to turn and then I try and catch up. Whereas if I use that uphill leg and roll over, I'm already staying with the skis and I'm one step ahead.
It will almost feel like you're cheating. Things will start to happen much more naturally by letting yourself move towards the inside of the next turn. Remember, you're not pushing yourself away from the new turn, you're travelling towards the inside of the new one.
A really good way of trying to feel this work as well is to, as I'm starting the turn, lift very slightly. It's not a stalk turn. I'm not looking to lift the inside ski all the way around the corner, but actually take that ski out of the equation. Gently lift it and then roll that one. And once you're about pointing down the hill, you could maybe drop it on the snow. As I said, it's not a huge lift I'm looking for. It's a small little lift. That will take away any kind of feeling that you're going to push off that. And again, if I push off that lower ski, I'm increasing the pressure on it. I want to decrease the pressure and let the new uphill ski take on the job.
So by taking away the lower ski, it's just removing the temptation to use it as a platform to push off. It's really only for a split second at the birth of the new turn. You can then slowly phase it out, but maintain the feeling of letting the uphill ski start the turn. Get somebody to film you. You might be surprised that this is something you're guilty of. So take away some of these tips and I promise you'll have a much better chance of achieving the perfect parallel.